From Outpost Gray and Grant Thornton Public Sector, we provide you the CyberFed News Roundup. Tech news that matters.
Hello and happy Friday, November 4th, 2022. I am your host, Jack Scott, and today I am providing you the CyberFed News Roundup for the week of October 31st. Let's get into it. The military department is looking for a creative way to secure its supply chain through SBOMs. SBOMs are software bills of material requirements in contracts. The Army submitted an RFI this week asking for feedback on the contracting language required for SBOMs, especially for significant contracts which require organizations to deliver software services. The response from the RFI will help the Army shape to a more secure environment. The National Telecommunication and Information Administration helped lead the efforts to define the SBOM concept. The team at the NTIA stated that the SBOM is a formal machine-readable inventory of software components and dependencies, information about those components, and their hierarchical relationships. SBOMs were also in Biden's executive order in May 2021, addressing software standards. SBOMs still remain unused and are conceptual when speaking of federal procurement. However, the Army has decided to jump head first into SBOMs, and they predict SBOMs will positively impact future contracts, especially within the RFP description. The elections are next week, and states are nervous about the possibilities of a cyber attack. Even though no specific or credible threat has been identified for next week's elections, states are still uneasy. Today, more than 100 elections jurisdictions are still waiting for cybersecurity assistance from the federal government. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency has been working with over 400 jurisdictions to ensure their polls are secure from election interference. CISO also noted that many voting machines are air-gapped and not connected to the internet. However, election officials are told to stay on high alert and be vigilant before, during, and after the elections. There could be various threats and attacks that could occur, but nothing is confirmed. CISA is helping to reduce the disinformation campaigns by distributing information about these campaigns designed to undermine confidence in U.S. elections. After Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked the other day, DHS, FBI, and other agencies warned political candidates and election officials to be careful in the coming days. Pro-Russian hacker group Killnet takes on U.S. Treasury Department and loses. In September, the pro-Russian group Killnet attempted to attack the U.S. Treasury Department with a disruptive denial of service attack, but was unsuccessful. Killnet is the same group that attacked the websites of numerous airports in the United States in October. Following new rules brought forth under the Biden administration, attack information, including internet protocol, addresses that were used, were shared with firms in the financial sector. The Deputy Treasury Secretary said in a statement that, quote, "The incident is a stark reminder that Treasury and financial firms face the same threats, especially since Russia launched the war on Ukraine in February," end quote. The Deputy Treasurer Secretary is also asking the Financial and Banking Information Infrastructure Committee and the Financial Services Sector Coordinating Council, which were created as a result of 9/11, to, quote, "increase their cooperation to drive cloud and data protection work streams and focus on addressing new and emerging risk challenges," end quote. Political leaders on both sides of the aisle are coming together to provide education funding in cyber. Cybersecurity Skills Integration Act would create $10 million pilot program with the Education Department to strengthen U.S. cybersecurity and protect critical infrastructure. Political leaders are seeing more seats unfilled to fight the ever-changing and demanding cybersecurity field. The U.S. is falling behind in meeting the challenges. One representative says, quote, "This legislation empowers the next generation of learners to have the most sophisticated and comprehensive education to better protect our essential systems and assets for years to come," end quote. This bill initially failed in 2019 because of a critical issue around the lack of qualified cybersecurity instructors. Congress was concerned that had the bill passed, there would not be adequate instructors to facilitate the training for these students. That concludes your CyberFed News Roundup for the week of October 31st. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share it out with others. You all are the best, and I'll see you next week.